Hello everybody, welcome to the AG News Show. I'm Roberto Alvarezgalloso. I am here to bring the new and revive the old. While we're at it, I'm going to be inviting many people to our show. One of them is Pretty Boy Brandon Idol, one of the greatest wrestlers and also one of the greatest artists to come from West Virginia. I'm going to see if I could get him in. And I'm also going to do some more invitations here at the same time. Okay, let me see. Okay. Invite done. Let us see. Let us see, let us see, and let us see. Let us see. No, not yet. Let me try one more time. Oh no, wrong area. Okay, let's try again. Let us try. Okay, invitation sent. Okay, he's here. Hello and hello and hello. We're all ready. And come on, come all. Yes. We're all ready. We're more than ready.
Hello?
Hello, Brandon. How's everything?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
We're doing great. For me, it's a pleasure and honor having you here. And
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on here with you. Thank you.
I took a look at your YouTube channel and I loved it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Especially the one with the what was it that you had? I could explain it, but I would rather let you explain it.
Pardon, I couldn't.
What did you have? What did you have? Was like a broom or something?
Oh yeah, broomstick.
Yes. How's broomstick? Hello, broomstick.
He said hello.
Hello. And what was the inspirations from broomstick?
Okay, I'm a professional wrestler. I wrestle as Pretty Boy Brandon Idol. And when the coronavirus started causing events to get canceled, I was like, I'm going to wrestle a broomstick. And I did that, and it caught on, and people liked it, and I just started doing more and more videos with it, and that's the way it is now.
Yeah, I don't mind. I love it. But
Thank you.
we all went through the same thing. I was also doing live interviews and everything, and I got canceled. So I started doing my Friday night interviews. Since you're a wrestler, which belt do you belong to?
Which belt?
Which belt?
I don't have a championship at the moment.
You're a member of the you're a member of the wrestling association before all of this hit, the COVID-19 and everything.
Yeah, I've been wrestling for many promotions, and when the virus hit, I was like, man. But it's starting to get back up a little bit, depending on the virus. And I'm also an actor, and recently I did a movie called Boxer versus Wrestler. I'm a boxing referee in it, and I'm myself Pretty Boy Brandon Idol, and I had some matches that's going to be in that movie. And last year in September, I did a movie called The Mountaineer. That should be getting released soon. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, tell me what was the inspiration behind The Mountaineer and behind Boxer versus Wrestler?
Well, I'm not the producer for that. I just acted in the film, so I can't really tell you much about that. I'm just one of the actors in it.
Great. And about your wrestling career, you've had a lot. I've seen some of the things in your wrestling career, but please feel free to elaborate on the wrestling career, because there's a big possibility that when we have all of this COVID-19 going down, and we either have the vaccine or the alternative treatment or whatever, there's a big possibility that I'm going to add you as one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm a sports person. I'm mostly into soccer, and I'm also an expertise in soccer, although I love bowling and basketball, but my expertise is soccer. I played it a little bit, but it was an expertise. But maybe you could talk about your career and how you got into wrestling, and how was it, and how's life treated you as a wrestler, and how is life treating you now that you're wrestling the broomstick?
Okay, I got into wrestling in 2010. My grandmother knew a guy that worked as a security for a wrestling promotion called XMCW, Extreme Maximum Championship Wrestling, that I'm now the promoter of. And I talked to the guy that did the security. I talked to the promoter, Alan Lynch, and he got me started in training with him, Shane Storm, another guy named Monty Combs, which I refereed a lot. And wrestled under a bunch of different names, refereed, run my own promotion, and I love professional wrestling, loved it since I was a kid, and wanted to get into it, and I'm in it, and I had a great time with it, make money with it. I have a victory over a former world champion, the franchise Shane Douglas, if you know who that is.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay, I have a pinfall victory over him. I've wrestled and been in the ring with many former WWF, WWE, WCW, TNA, Ring of Honor. I've been in the ring with a lot of big-time stars, and a few years back I was refereed a match that was aired on Impact Wrestling. It was one of the Hardy Boys matches, Matt and Jeff.
Yeah.
But since 2018, I've been Pretty Boy Brandon Idol, and that's been the most successful for me.
Great. What we're going we already talked about your past and the present. What about how do you see the future? Not only in wrestling when all this pours over, but also how do you see the future wrestling the broom?
Well, I'm always going to do the broomstick stuff, and broomstick goes to the ring with me too for wrestling matches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep that going. People love it. It's not for the broomstick videos aren't for everybody. It's kind of an odyssey thing. Some people like it. Some people's like, oh, that's creepy. But I don't care what people like it or they don't. I don't care.
Yeah, I love the YouTube films. I loved it. I loved how a wrestler could wrestle a broomstick. That's beautiful. It reminded me of something in the Cartoon Network 20 years ago. 20 years ago, my daughter's now 25, and I haven't seen her since I had a messy divorce, but that's another issue. But when she was a little girl, there was a channel called Cartoon Network. I think they're still on the air as it is, and they had this what was it? The Lives of Ed, and Eddie, and this.
I know what that is.
The Lives of Ed, and Eddie, and they had one person they had one kid who had a plank, and he called it Plank, and he communicated with Plank. There have been comparisons. What do you say to those who have this comparison with Plank?
That's funny, is because recently somebody commented on something that I had posted on Facebook and put a picture of that the board or whatever, and I wasn't even thinking about that when I did the broomstick stuff. I was like, I'm gonna wrestle a broomstick. I did, and I put it on the internet, and then I just started doing more and more with it and using my creative mind, let the light bulb turn on, and that's how it goes.
That's great. I do know one thing. I don't have a crystal ball with me. I'm not a magician, but I'm going to foretell one future. I'm going to foretell a future in which you are not only going to wrestle a broomstick, but you're going to go back to wrestling. We're going to get over this COVID-19, whether we get a vaccine or whether we get the alternative treatment or whatever. That's for the experts. But you're going to go back in the ring. You're going to win a lot of championships, and I'm going to personally interview you when you're here in Florida or if I'm in other parts of the States. Because I already got one favorite wrestler. I had other wrestlers. I loved my favorite wrestlers were Hulk Hogan and Jesse Ventura and Andre the Giant. But now I'm adding Pretty Boy Brandon.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I can't wait to get back in the ring. This virus is crazy.
Don't worry. I'm pulling my head over it because many people are inventing many things. And these inventions and all this other thing is becoming like a soap opera. I don't like soap operas.
Yeah, I've wrestled a few times since the virus started, like real big in March, and I've wrestled 4 times since then, and special refereed some matches since then. I just can't wait to get it going on a regular basis.
No, we're going to go back on a regular basis, and I'm going to be interviewing you just like I'm also interviewing soccer stars. and also I'm interviewing basketball people, or when I'm doing my own bowling things. And on top of that, I'm going to predict, along with the bowling and all the other sports, I'm gonna get myself back into interviewing wrestlers. Before we finish, I have another question. Where can we find your videos, not only of wrestling, but also of you wrestling a broomstick?
Okay, you can go on YouTube and type in Pretty Boy Brandon Idol, and it's Idol, I-D-L-E. It's not spelled like the singer Billy Idol. That's my YouTube channel name. You can go on there and you can type in Broomstick and Pretty Boy Brandon Idol. Some of the videos start off like the title starts off with that, and you can also find videos of like my tag team partners, Wild Billy West, Jonathan Black, who used to go by the name John Big Extreme, Sexy Sean Casey, who also worked for like the WWF, WCW, TNA. There's also GQ, who's another tag team partner of mine. Billy and I, our tag name is Pretty Wild. Billy, Jonathan, and I, we're the House of Whispers, and Sean Casey, GQ, and myself are Pretty Cute and Sexy. You can also find me on Facebook, my Brandon Ashworth Facebook. There's my Brandon Idol Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and the videos are all, the broomstick videos and other videos are all posted on those sites as well.
Yeah. Also, those videos are going to be really big in the 21st century. Right now, we don't know it, but we're making big history with COVID-19 taking our entertainment and making a lot of creative noise. And we're going to continue. And as my way of thanking you for coming to my show, the AG News Show, I'm going to give you this nice little gift souvenir from Cuba.
Awesome.
This is a caricature of myself. Not that I'm trying to praise myself. Is that there is a Cuban caricature painter called Reynold de Cuba. Before I continue his story, he's my first cousin. I have yet to visit Cuba. My insurance company doesn't cover the trips to Cuba or other countries that don't have relations with America. But oh, are you there? Hello? Yeah. Since it doesn't cover it, he just simply drew my picture and sent it via internet. And the rest is history. I'm giving this to you as a souvenir after we finish the interview.
Thank you.
And I just want to wish you the best, and stay safe over in West Virginia, and enjoy life. And while you stay safe, never let fear take over. Because when you let fear take over and you start hearing, you get bombarded with all these other weirdos. I get bombarded by weirdos, and I'm trying to not believe them. But never believe the weirdos. Just simply listen to everybody, do your own advice, stay safe, and don't get fearful. And keep going.
Exactly.
The rest.
I also have merchandise too. There's Broomstick and Pretty Boy Brandon Idol wristbands. There's Broomstick and Pretty Boy Brandon Idol photos. There's photos of Billy West and I. You can find those like on those Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The link's also on YouTube too, where you can check those out. They're $3 a piece for one-line orders. At events, they're $2 a piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get one myself. But before we get,
thank you.
I'm gonna go get one myself. But before I do that, and before we get cut off, I just want to wish you the best. And this afternoon, before I leave, I'm gonna be continuing from 5 to 12. I will find you, and I will buy one of your products.
Well, thank you.
And the rest is the rest. You take it easy, and also to all of my public, my best wishes to all of you. Peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. And peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere to you and everybody in West Virginia.
Thank you. I wish you the best too, and everybody for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Best wishes.